how to use the gas or the accelerator and how to use the brake in an automatic car to drive smoothly. This is what we are going to talk about in this video. What can we do? How can we use the gas and how can we use the brake to drive smoothly, especially when you stop, for you to avoid the jolt at the end. What can you do? How should you brake so that you could avoid the jolt at the end? So this is what we're going to talk about in this video, how to use the gas and the brake in an automatic car. Let's start the lesson. So in the driving automatic car, you will be using two pedals, the gas and the brake. These are the two you will be using, and you only need your right foot. You don't need your left at all. Okay? So that's the first thing you should know and you should remember. You only need the right foot for you to drive an automatic. So you use your right for gas and the brake. You just switch for both. Okay? Secondly, for you to slow the car, you don't always need to brake. Remember this, okay? Remember, if you need to slow for example, now, if I need to slow the car now, what do? Many, they think that they need to brake. Sometimes you don't even need to brake. If you just off gas, the car will slow down automatically. Now, off gas. Okay? Now give gas again. I needed to slow down a little bit. What did I do? Just off gas. If you just keep on braking and giving gas like that, you're going to feel that jolt. You're going to feel unease. Okay? You want to know slowing doesn't always necessarily, now, off gas. Now I'm going to cover the brake and then I'm going to brake if I need it. Now off gas and gently gas and then increase. Okay? For you to give gas again, try not to be heavy in the beginning. Okay? Otherwise the car is going to jump. The bus is not going, so we could go. If the bus was signaling, then we had to stop because that is the rule. So first thing you need to know is for you to slow the car, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to brake. Just off gas, car will slow down anyway. Sometimes that is all you need. And then give gas again. Okay? That's number one. Number two, for you to brake, you just cover the brake and gently brake first. Just gentle. And then heavy if you need it. Okay? What they do is they're driving and they need to, so there's nobody behind. So what they do is they go there and they brake. They give gas, they brake, they give gas. And what happens? You're always in a stress mood because you're always giving gas or the brake. Sometimes you don't even have to brake, like I said earlier. Okay? So let's go and stop somewhere so that you understand. Traffic light is green. It means we don't have to stop. Today we need to stop. All is going to be green now. Mirror, mirror. I'm going to go left on the traffic light. Signal left. Now brake a little. Gently brake. Gently. Now a little heavier. And then at the end release it. Let the car roll. And then put it back on again. Put it back on. Release it at the end. Put it back on. So just release at the end. And then put it back on gently. That way you don't get that jolt. Now off brake, give a little gas, just a little, let the car roll, and then increase if you need it. Okay? Gently, gently. The gas is really sensitive, okay? You need to make sure that you don't press too much in the beginning. Gradually give gas, gradually release, gradually give gas, gradually release. Not like you give and then off, give off, give off. Then you're going to feel, you will feel that the car is not smooth. Okay, we're going to go next road left. Mirror, mirror. Going to go left. Signal left. Off gas. Brake gently, gently, and then heavy if you need it. Okay, so in the beginning, do gentle, and then in between, do heavy if you need it, and then release at the end again or just before. That way, you don't get that jolt. Going to stop on the left, mirror, mirror, signal left. Cover the brake and don't do anything. Gentle brake, brake, a little bit more heavy. Now release the brake a little bit and gently put it back on again. Why? So you don't get that jolt. If you don't release a little bit at the end, what's going to happen? You will feel the car, that jolt. Let me show you. There's nobody there, okay? So I'm going, I need to stop here, okay? And I'm just going to brake. I get that jolt, don't I? Why is that? Because I just braked and I didn't release it at the end. So the car, you felt that jolt. For you to be smooth, what do? You brake, just before the car stops, release it slightly, so then the weight of your car goes at the back. Let me explain that so you understand, okay? Now, when you brake, what happens to your car? When you brake, what happens? The weight of your car goes at the front. The weight is going at the front. If you keep it at the front, what's going to happen? It's going to jolt. What you want to do is even take the weight off the front and just level it. How do you do that? So when you brake, the weight goes at the front. Release the brake a little bit. What do you think the weight is gone now? It's gone back a bit. And then brake a little bit again. So then the weight is evens out. It levels. Yeah? So when you brake, the weight is at the front. Don't keep it at the front. Try to take it at the back and then level it. So you brake, weight is gone. Just before the car stops, release slightly. Don't release it so the car goes. Just tiny release so the weight is gone, and then put it back on gently again. Don't put it back on hard again. Just gentle and then smooth. Okay, let's try again over there. Okay, look around. There's nobody coming. Okay, so we're going to stop over there at the end before we go right. Going to go mirror, we're going to go right. Can't see anything, we're going to stop. Okay, so brake, a little heavy to stop, release a little bit and gently put it back on. Okay, and that's what you do whenever you stop. Okay, you want to make sure that the weight doesn't stay at the front. If it does, you will stop, but you will get that jolt. You will feel that unease. Okay, same with giving gas. In the beginning, gentle, and then gradually, and then give more gas as much as you need. In the beginning, don't just press hard to go, okay? Otherwise, you'll feel the car just want to jump. If you are learning and you need help on learning and passing the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course. The course gives everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. It has everything a learner needs. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read, and if you like it, you could always join the course. Is the car coming? We're going to wait around here. Okay, mirror. They flashed. I want to make sure that it's safe for me to go. Remember, the flash doesn't mean that I should go. It means they're waiting for me. I'm just going to check if it's safe, and then I'm going to go. Don't just go, because flash could mean anything. I'm going to go left. Okay, you come here, signal, brake, release the brake a bit, put it back on again. Anyone coming? I could go, mirror, go. Good. There we go. Okay. And when you're driving now, it's 20, just gentle. Sometimes driving 20 can be annoying, but what can you do? It is 20. It's 20. That's the law. You might not agree, but that's your opinion. The law is the law, okay? You have to follow the law. If you don't like it, you have an opinion, keep your opinion to yourself. The law is 20, you drive 20. I'm going to go first road left, or first exit left on the roundabout. Mirror, signal left. Off gas, car is slowing down, cover the brake. I'm not even doing anything. Look on my right. Now I'm just going to give little gas because it's slowing down too much, and then I'm going to go. See, I didn't even do the brake at all. Did I brake? No. I'm going to stop on the left. Mirror, signal left. Okay, so how am I going to stop? Okay, talk to me. How? Cover the brake, brake gently, firmly brake. Now release a little bit and gently put it back on. So that way I don't get that jolt. Yeah? Now I'm going to go again. What do? Look around, signal, blind spot, and I go. Done. Gentle gas and then increase. Okay? So gently and then increase. Okay? So I hope you understand, and I hope you get it. Obviously, the more you drive, more experience you get, it would be easier for you to do all that. But if you know it, you could practice on it. If you don't know, then you don't know what to practice on. Okay? Many, they don't know. They just stop and they just go. They don't really know how to do the smooth giving gas and smooth braking. Remember, you're going to be driving for the rest of your life. Okay? You want to enjoy the journey. You want to enjoy the experience of driving. And for you to do that, it is important you get to learn those techniques. You get to learn those skills when you're driving. It's all about skills, isn't it? As long as you know, be patient, learn those things, and then when you're driving is peace actually, you know. Number one, for you to make your driving peace and for you to enjoy your driving, there are a few things you need to do. Number one, you need to be patient. You can't be selfish. You have to think that I am not alone on the road and I don't own the road. This road doesn't belong to me. I'm going to go right next road. I chose to be a driver. I chose to be on the road, which means it is my responsibility to make sure that I accept everyone on the road. I accept that it's not going to be just me alone on the road. It will be cars, bus, train, vans, cycles, motorcycle, people, animal, dog, children. All those things are going to be on the road, and they all are allowed to be on the road, just as you are allowed on the road. Okay? Now, because there are many to deal with, people will make mistakes. People will be going to work late. They will be running, cutting corners, crossing the road all of a sudden. Many things are going to happen on the road. It is your responsibility to accept and deal with all those things that you face on the road. So number one is to be patient and accept that you are not alone on the road. If you don't accept it, it will be difficult when something happens. For example, now this bike is slow, isn't it? So what does that mean? Should I horn? Should I get angry and just tell him to move? No, because he's allowed to be on the road. You know, he has the right. By law, it is not illegal for him to be on the road. So you have to accept that. If you don't accept, nothing going to happen to him or her. You're going to ruin your life. You're going to be stressed. You're going to be angry. You're going to go home in anger. You're going to take out your anger to your family, your friends. It's not good for your health either. So number one is to accept. Number two is to learn those skills that I'm just giving you today and other, so that you know how to drive the car smoothly. You have the patience of giving gas smoothly. You have the patience of braking smoothly. So brake, release at the end, put it back on. Learn all those things and practice and put those into habit. Make a habit of doing that. So that way you are doing it because it is something you do it. It's just like walking. Okay? If you need to walk, you just walk. Just like driving. If you need to drive, that's what you do. That's what you're going to be doing. And this is exactly you do every time you drive. Make a habit of doing that. Okay? Number three is try to gain knowledge as much as you can on driving. Now, just passing the test, it doesn't mean you're a good driver. It just means that you proved it to the examiner that you are safe on the road driving by yourself. That's all. It doesn't say that you're a good driver. Good driver doesn't mean just because you pass, it doesn't mean you're a good driver. It just means you could drive the car by yourself safely. That's all. But for you to actually be safe for yourself and for others, it is important you get to know, you gain the knowledge on everything. So for example, do you have the full knowledge on roundabouts? Do you know which lane? Do you know when to signal? What is the difference between a normal roundabout and a mini roundabout and spiral roundabout? What is the difference? Do you have the knowledge? See, if you have the knowledge, it will be easier for you to deal with that roundabout because you have the knowledge of it. Traffic light. What is the sequence of traffic light? What comes after green? What comes after red? Do you know? Because if you do, then you know, if you see a green, you know what's going to be next. If it does change, what's it going to change to? When it does change to that, what does that mean? If you don't even know the sequence, how would you know what it means? Even if you know what it means, amber means, but you don't even know when the amber is going to come. Okay? So gain knowledge on traffic light. What is the difference? How many types of crossing do we have in the UK? Pelican crossing, puffin crossing, token crossing, zebra crossing. What is the difference? All those crossings. What do they mean? Where do we have pelican? Where do we have puffin? What is the difference between a puffin and a token? What is zebra crossing? I mean, here we have a zebra crossing over there. There is a problem here, it looks like. We might have to go right here because they block the road. Mirror, mirror. Gonna go right. Signal right. They close the road here. Something happened. Okay. So we're just gonna go. We just let them deal with it. Gain knowledge on everything. Like I said, the crossings, okay? Make sure you get to know the crossings, the meanings. Do you know the road markings, lane markings, yellow lines? What does it mean? Single yellow line, double yellow line, red lines. What does it mean? Do you know? Many they've passed, they've got no clue of many things on the road. What is the difference between a giveaway line and a stop line? Do you have to stop on a giveaway line? Or can you just go if it's free for you to go? Stop line, if there's nobody there, can you go, or do you have to stop by law? What does that mean? So, number one is to be patient, accept that you're not alone on the road. Number two, learn how to use the gas and how to use the brake for smooth driving, and gain knowledge as much as you can on driving, on everything. Okay? Basics. Learn the basics. I'm not saying for you to be a specialist, okay? As a driver, the more you know, more better you're going to be. Like I said, you're going to be on the road for the rest of your life. You don't want to be stressed when you're driving. You want to enjoy driving. You want to have a good experience when you're driving. If you have a long journey taking your family somewhere, you want to enjoy the ride. You want to enjoy the driving. You don't want to be stressed when you're driving for an hour going somewhere, okay? And the only way you're going to do that is, like I said, is all those things I've mentioned, okay? So I hope this video helps, and I hope you get to learn how to use the brake, how to use the gas for smooth braking, and become a good driver. I wish you all the best passing your test. I hope you pass soon and become a good driver. I hope the video helps. If it does, please do give a thumbs up. Please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. And hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.